International friends, now comes the English translation of our previous video. This is a text that was found in Thebes, right? And there has been some speculation about it. Many researchers have done a great job in identifying words and parts of this. Just in this case, we're using these from the book of Hooker, okay, on linear B, and the text is quite easy to read. There is an ideogram here, not a syllabogram. There is an ideogram here that we'll come straight to it, and there is an abbreviation here. But apart from that, the rest is just normal. So what it reads is Norin Vokide. Now, Norin is the glorious one. Norops is a word that says a glorious, a bright person. So the glorious woman, that's a female. Vokide, now comes the interesting part. Vokinde, we transcribe it with a V, this V with a normal beta, but you should see it as Phokinde in what is to be understood as the Phocians or the Phocian woman. And this there either shows direction, so towards the glorious Phocian woman, or either shows, let's say, or it has to be read as and, as a conjunction. So, and to the Phocian, glorious Phocian woman, if you assume that there was another tablet that was lost. But here we have a small issue that we have to talk. Now, we wrote it as Vokida, but we read it as Phokida with a Phi, with an F, and or a PH, if you like. Why does this happen? It seems that there were, in what we see as Thebes, as Boeotia and Phocia, these two provinces of Greece, there were, let's say, some tribes that would change some vowels. And we know that in northern aspects of Greek, there is this change starting maybe from the digama, that mysterious sound that was lost in some cases, that was changed in other cases. And we know that in northern dialects, let's say, phalakros should be valakros, and then Philomachi, that's a name, okay, let's say Voulomaga, and then Philippos is read as Vilipos with, you see, Phi and Vita, beta are interchangeable. Vereniki, Fereniki, like Veronica, as you say. Phrygias, the Phrygians as Vryges, Feria as Veria, Vranidas as Ranidas with an aspiration on the ro. According to Bach, it should be read as Ranidas with a digama just in front of it. At the same time, Plutarch says that in Delphi, there, and he admires that, of course, there were some strange dialects to be found, such as Pythios, the word for Apollo, is Visios. You see that the labial sounds, P, beta, and Phi, are interchangeable. Pikros is Vikros, and Vatin, Pikros is the bitter one, Vatin, to walk or to move, comes from patin, but maybe here there is the root from the verb veno. Even so, we have strange indications that we have the same effect here. So we should talk about Phokin, the Phocian woman. Now, after this abbreviation, which is of course an attribute, comes this ideogram, which is wool. Blue wool, of course, Kianon, meaning the blue one, is also the name of some kind of material that was used to paint things blue. And there is also a plant that grows blue, and by boiling it they could paint Kianon blue. So we have dispatching some presents here. Aketira, agetira, from agiro, I collect. The collector, the female collector, vanakatera, of the, what we say, anactoron of the palace, the palatial collector, let's say. So what do we have here? There is a present for the queen that we have strong indications, according to the datation of this, that it was Queen Antiope. And it seems that these two Greek tribes, the Phocians and the Boeotians, had a good relation to each other, and they were exchanging gifts. And not only gifts, but also compliments. The glorious Phocian woman. So you can transcribe it as, to the glorious Phocian woman, a blue woolen, let's say, mantle, towards the palatial collector. She had a responsible slave or a responsible woman that would collect things in the treasury for her. And then potnias of the respected one. Vokonde agetiran kianun wool one. And now comes potnias vokonde of the respected one. Vokonde is Phocos. It's the name of Phocos. If you think that beta and phi were interchangeable, so it's that mythical name, Phocos, the husband of Antiope, and of course a king of what it was the state of Tithorea, let's say. And by coincidence, this is also my village, my hometown. But we have to talk, no chauvinism in the middle. And one present goes to her, one present goes to him. Ladies go first. And to the collector, same word here, that leaves to Phocos, next to Phocos. And then potnias of the respected one, probably the priestess. So, and to the priestess, the collector of the priestess, who lives next to Phocos, I also send the same present. One for the woman and one for the priestess again. And that brings us to a very good conclusion. This priestess lived just in the palace of Phocos. Why? Most probably because she was also responsible for the gold and the treasures that were dedicated to the gods. And that was a very good treasure back then. And probably the king Phocos had a very big, a very difficult time tolerating the gold being away. So this is it. I would like to thank our kind photographer Themis, and until next time I wish you all the best.